if you spend the money on the gear, which we all do and we all love, it's actually for your own benefit to go beyond the basics of the camera.
That's what I'm getting at.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, look, I know cameras pretty well, I would say. I still go over the man. I don't want to say read the manual. I don't want to be that guy, but I don't want to be that guy. You know, I know what that guy is. I'm not that, but I am saying be curious.
Be curious.
Yeah, be curious.
Allow yourself to be curious.
Please do it. Be curious. What is this feature I've never used?
Right.
And then write down in your piece of paper, how can this feature be used in a job? Why was this feature even engineered?
Right.
Why is it there?
Right.
Now, why is it there? You know,
right.
You know those pre-programmed focusing styles that Canon cameras have, like focusing 1 is for speedy movement, or
right.
2 is for like vertical movement, and 3.
I've actually seen that in the manual.
Well, I'll tell you what. When my son was born, Lucas, I never looked at those things. I never really did. And now with when these cameras come out and you kind of want to experiment with what these things are for,
right?
I actually started being curious about this, and not that I ever would, you know. In my professional life, I would never use those presets. You know, I just use the focusing the way I do. But I started getting curious about these presets, photographing my child running around like crazy. And I nailed 99% of him no matter where he was. And when you try to do that manually, I can still get a pretty high percentage, but the technology was there for a reason. And I was never curious enough to explore it. And now that I do, I'm like, how can I use this in a job? You know, maybe this technology is there for a reason. Maybe these things are worth looking at with more detail. The silent shutter on the Canon EOS R, how could I use that in a job? What if you're photographing somebody that's apprehensive about being photographed, or is awkward, or is uncomfortable? Would this silent shutter be a tool that you could use? You know, and the eye tracking. So not only can this person not see a camera right in front of their face, but they won't hear the shutter interrupting. What if they're telling a story, and that story awakens that essence that we're trying to photograph, because their brain triggers expression in the face, right? And we're trying to photograph that entire process. But if that shutter keeps going off, it's distracting to the whole experience.
What do you say to the person that answers or comes back at you in response to this and says something like, I don't think I'm capable. Let me try to word this right. The people that just see themselves as not being technically savvy enough. I'm not technically savvy. I'm not a gearhead, or I don't know about that, or that stuff doesn't come easy to me. So I'm not really ever going to be able to do what you're talking about. I'm not capable of that.
Well, I'll ask them, are you able to walk? Are you able to lift a bottle of water? Are you able to put a fork to your mouth? Because that takes more. That takes more from an anatomy point of view, like balance, having one leg in front of the other. If you can manage that, you can't. Of course, you can manage the technology. I mean, the technology is not made to be difficult.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this conversation presented by White House Custom Color on YouTube. Be sure to check out our other content and click that subscribe button right there. Right there. It's there somewhere.